Welcome to Fractal Safari, a game which will reward you with discounts on teas and advanced access to special limited edition teas and a competition which will find 10 winners who will win our small batch Christmas Pu'er tea cake for free, including one grand prize winner who will win every single Mayleaf tea cake release of 2021. It's an exciting competition. It is not easy. It's going to be a little bit frustrating, but remember, with frustration comes satisfaction when you get your rewards. Let's see how it works. Right, the first thing that you need to do is go to fractalsafari.com, and that will lead you directly to the game page on our website. A couple of things to note. This is just a placeholder. The video that I'm shooting right now will be showing here. Also, it says that there are 7 fractals to find. There are actually only 6, but I've added one in temporarily so that we can find a fractal together as an example. So there are 6 fractals to find. The first 5 fractals will be using this location clue finder here. And the last fractal can be found or collected by answering the last fractal question, which will be released here on December the 19th at 3 p.m. UK time. You can see the countdown here. If you're watching this after that date, then no problem. You can still take part in this game and you can still get some rewards, but you won't be eligible for the grand prize draw. So let's concentrate our attention on the first 5 fractals and let's do an example. What we're looking for here is a location clue. How do you find location clues? Well, we will be subtly mentioning locations on our social media posts between now and December the 19th. And we will always hashtag the post that has a location clue with hashtag Fractal Safari. Now, we will also be using this hashtag to spread the word about this game, but we will never be using locations in those posts. So if you see hashtag Fractal Safari posts on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, and I mention a location, then that location may potentially be one of the location clues. And before you think that that means you need to join all of the social media platforms, that's not the case. Just stick with the platforms that you currently use, that's fine. We will be making sure that all of the 5 location clues to find the first 5 fractals will be broadcast on all platforms, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook, under hashtag Fractal Safari. So let's give you an example of how we might subtly mention a location clue. Right, this video here is a video which I've shot before and it's been posted already, but let's imagine that it had hashtag Fractal Safari. Let's listen in to what I say. We've just spent a few days on the tranquil, peaceful and gorgeous island of Foligandros. If you're ever thinking of visiting the Greek islands, then you have to check out Foligandros. Tomorrow... Right, so that means that Foligandros could potentially be a location clue. So let's type in Foligandros and see what it says. It says not seeing anything here. So this is an example of a location clue which is incorrect. Let's listen further. But we have spent a couple of days at a really nice Airbnb in Santorini. Santorini is a... Okay, so maybe it's Santorini. So let's check out Santorini and hit search. Location found. That means that you have found one of the locations. Now we need to dive deeper into that location to answer this question. Where would you go to take a boat to another island, and what is the name of the last restaurant to get a bite to eat before the departure gates? And it gives me a link here to bring me to Google Maps. And Google Maps is the only platform that you can use to get answers for this game. You cannot use any other map platform at all, right? So you need to use Google Maps. Right, so now we need to try to find the exact location to search. And it says in the question, where would you go to take another boat to another island? Well, you can see all of these blue dotted lines here are boat routes, and you can see that they all go here, which is the port of Santorini. So it would be a pretty good guess that we would need to go to the port at Santorini in order to find the answer to this question. But for other fractal questions, you might need to use other resources. You might need to search on Google. You might need to check out some of our other videos. So please do use other resources to try to zero in on where to go. Right now, very important, we need to find the answers using the street view. And that's this little orange man right here. If I click on him, you will see all of these lines. These are the official Street View lines of Google, and then you've got these circles here. These circles, also called photospheres, are user-generated images. So these are 360 images which have been uploaded by users. For the vast majority of the questions, we are asking you to drop on these lines. In fact, if you can drop on the official Google Street View line, then please do so. There are questions which there are no lines available, and in that case, then you will need to drop into one of these user-generated images. But we are not asking you to go and try to drop into lots and lots of these images to try to find the answer. It's pretty clear when the location requires you to drop into one of those photospheres because there is no official Street View at that location. So let's zoom in a bit further. Let's zoom in as much as we can here so we know where we're dropping. Right, here is the port. As I said, I'm going to drag and drop this. I'm not going to drop on one of those circles because there is a Street View, official Street View available, this blue line. So let's drop into that Street View. Right, here we are in Santorini at the port. Now, what did the question say? The question said is, what is the name of the last restaurant to get a bite to eat before the departure gates? So we need to look around. Let's head down to the end of the pier. So you can click on this arrow and it will just lead you down. Let's go right to the end. Right, you can see it doesn't give me any arrow anymore. Right, so I'm at the end and it says departure terminal. So here we are at the departure terminal. Let's look around and let's see if we can see the last restaurant. So if you take a look up here, you can see the last restaurant name is Apollon. Apollon, right? That's the last restaurant before the departure gate. So I'm going to head over to Fractal Safari. And I'm going to write, well, let's try to write something wrong first. Let's try to, just for argument's sake, let's write Kronos here. So I'm going to write Kronos. And it says, no, that's not the answer. So let's try Apollon. Submit the answer. And hey presto, it says, new medal, congratulations. You have received the example fractal medal. Big up, you found the practice fractal. Let's start this competition properly. So that is how you find the first 5 fractals. Each fractal will come with a reward. So you're going to get a reward every time you find a fractal, and I'm not going to tell you what those rewards are. You'll see when you collect them. You need to have collected all 5 fractals before December 19th in order for you to be eligible to win our grand prize and be one of the 10 people who receive for free our very special Puer tea cake, which is going to be released at Christmas time. As I said, if you are listening to this after December 19th, then no problem. You can still collect the rewards that all the fractals give, but you're not eligible to be in with a chance of winning those 10 cakes and the grand prize of winning every single cake release in 2021. So the way that it's going to work is this countdown will continue, and when it hits 0, then automatically the last fractal question will be released. The first 10 people to answer that fractal question correctly will win the very special small batch tea cake that's going to be released at Christmas time, and one of those winners will be selected at random on our video at Christmas time as the winner who will receive every single tea cake in 2021. If you want to find out more about the game instructions, then we've written everything out very clearly here so that you can read it at your own pace, including some tips for you. So you don't have to have absorbed everything that I've just said right now. You can go and read the game instructions and tips. Good luck, Fractal Finders.